Hello, everyone, and welcome to our brand new episode of the Learning English with Mr. English podcast. Today, we are diving into one of the most enjoyable and most useful topics for anyone who is learning English: how to talk about your day. But wait, this is not going to be a simple lesson. No, my friend, this is going to be a full experience, a conversation, a journey through everyday moments that shape our lives.
Before we start, I want to say thank you for joining us. If you are new to our channel, we welcome you with open arms. This is a safe, friendly, motivating place where we learn, grow, and improve our English together. And if you have been with us for a while, thank you for your support. You are the reason we continue to create better and better content.
Today's episode is very special. We are going to show you how to describe your day in a beautiful, natural, simple, and confident way. You will learn useful phrases, daily expressions, and everyday vocabulary that native speakers use. And the best part? You will hear a fun, interesting conversation between two friends, a male speaker and a female speaker, talking about their day in a very natural and entertaining way.
So sit back, relax, take a deep breath, and get ready to enjoy this episode. Because after listening to this, you will be able to talk about your own day clearly, confidently, and beautifully. All right, everyone, let's get started.
Good morning, Anna. How are you today?
Good morning, James. I'm doing great. I woke up early today and I already feel full of energy. How about you?
Honestly, I feel amazing. I had a really productive morning and I'm excited to talk about my day. But let's start with yours. Tell me, how did your day begin?
Well, my day started around 6 a.m. I woke up, stretched, and made myself a hot cup of tea. I love starting my morning with something warm. It helps me prepare for the rest of the day.
That sounds really nice. Starting the day with tea is peaceful. What did you do after that?
After my tea, I spent about 15 minutes planning my day. I like to write down my tasks so I know exactly what I need to do. It keeps me organized and focused. Then I went for a short walk outside. The weather was fresh and the air felt clean. It was the perfect way to start my morning.
That's amazing, Anna. I think planning your day is one of the best habits anyone can have. A morning walk is also a perfect boost for your mind and body. So what happened next?
After the walk, I made breakfast. I cooked some eggs, toasted bread, and had a small bowl of fruit. I always try to eat something healthy in the morning. A good breakfast gives me the energy I need for the rest of the day.
That's true. Eating something healthy makes a big difference. So tell me, how did you start working?
I started working around 8 a.m. First, I checked my emails, replied to a few important messages, and updated my schedule. Then I began working on a project that I've been focusing on for almost a week. It was a bit challenging, but I felt motivated and ready to give it my best.
That's great to hear. I also had a productive morning. I woke up around 5:30 a.m. I usually wake up early because it gives me more time to prepare for the day. The first thing I did was meditate for 10 minutes. Meditation helps me clear my mind and stay calm. After that, I exercised for about 25 minutes. Just simple stretches, some push-ups, and a light jog.
Wow, that's impressive, James. You're really disciplined. Meditation and exercise together? That's a powerful combination. No wonder you said you feel amazing today. What did you do after your workout?
After exercising, I took a quick shower, made myself a cup of coffee, and sat down to plan my day. I wrote down all my goals, all the tasks I wanted to finish, and the things I wanted to learn. Then I read a book for about 20 minutes. I try to read every morning because it sharpens my mind and helps me stay focused.
That's such a great habit. What book are you reading these days?
I'm reading a book on improving daily routines. It talks about how small habits can completely change your life. Just waking up early, drinking water, writing goals, and keeping a positive mindset can create huge improvements. And honestly, I feel like it's helping me.
I love that. Small habits, big results. So after reading, did you start working?
Yes, exactly. At around 7:30, I opened my laptop and started working on a new project. I was really focused and didn't check my phone at all. That helped me finish my morning tasks quickly.
That's really impressive, James. Staying away from your phone in the morning is not easy. Most people check social media before they even get out of bed, but you stayed focused. That's amazing. So, how was the rest of your morning?
It went really well. Around 9 a.m., I took a short break to stretch my legs and drink some water. Then I continued working on my project. I was writing, editing, and organizing everything. Honestly, I felt like I was in the zone. You know that feeling when everything flows smoothly? That's exactly how it felt.
Yes, I know that feeling. When you're fully focused, time moves quickly and your work becomes easier. It's one of the best feelings ever. So, around what time did you take your lunch break?
I took my lunch break around 12:30. I made a simple meal, grilled chicken, some vegetables, and rice. Nothing fancy, but healthy and delicious. What about you? What did you have for lunch?
I had a vegetable salad with lemon dressing, and I made some pasta on the side. It wasn't too heavy, and it gave me just enough energy to keep working. After lunch, I took a 5-minute break to relax and breathe deeply.
That's a good idea. Short breaks really help. So, how did your afternoon go?
My afternoon was very productive. I had a meeting at 1 p.m. with my team. We discussed some new ideas, shared updates, and talked about our goals for the week. The meeting was actually great. Everyone had useful ideas, and we made a solid plan. After that, I worked on editing a presentation. It took me almost an hour to finish, but I am really happy with the results.
That sounds like a really productive afternoon. I also had a meeting around 1 p.m. It was a brainstorming session. Everyone was sharing ideas, and for a moment, it felt like our brains were on fire, but in a good way. After the meeting, I worked on reviewing documents. It was a little tiring, but I stayed focused.
That's great. Did you take any breaks in the afternoon?
Yes, around 3 p.m., I took a short walk outside. The weather was warm but refreshing. Sometimes even a 5-minute walk can reset your mind. When I returned, I made myself another cup of coffee and continued working.
I love that. Coffee and fresh air, two perfect energy boosters. My afternoon was a bit busy, but I enjoyed it. I answered some emails, checked my messages, and finished a small project I had been working on. When everything was done, I felt so satisfied.
That's amazing. Finishing tasks gives you a deep sense of achievement. So, did you finish work early or late?
I finished around 4:30. Not too early, not too late. After that, I took some time to relax. I listened to music and just enjoyed the rest of my afternoon. It felt really peaceful.
That's wonderful. I finished work around 5. Then I stretched, drank some water, and cleaned my desk. I always like to leave my workspace tidy. It makes the next day easier.
So, James, after cleaning your desk, how did you spend the rest of your evening? I'm always curious about how people relax after a long and productive day.
Honestly, I had a really peaceful evening. Around 5:30, I went for a short walk again. The sun was setting, the sky was turning orange, and the weather felt perfect. It helped me clear my mind after work. After the walk, I made myself a light snack, just some fruit and yogurt, nothing heavy.
That sounds lovely. Evening walks are honestly magical. They help you slow down, breathe, and enjoy the moment. So, did you do anything else before dinner?
Yes, I spent some time reading again, maybe around 15 minutes. Then I watched a short inspirational video. You know me, I love motivation. It helps me stay focused and grateful.
I love that. Motivation videos always give a nice push. So, what did you have for dinner?
For dinner, I made something simple, soup and bread. It was warm, delicious, and perfect for the evening. What about you, Anna? What did you have?
I had a vegetable salad with lemon dressing, and I made some pasta on the side. It wasn't too heavy, and it gave me just enough energy to keep working. After lunch, I took a 5-minute break to relax and breathe deeply.
That's a good idea. Short breaks really help. So, how did your afternoon go?
My afternoon was very productive. I had a meeting at 1 p.m. with my team. We discussed some new ideas, shared updates, and talked about our goals for the week. The meeting was actually great. Everyone had useful ideas, and we made a solid plan. After that, I worked on editing a presentation. It took me almost an hour to finish, but I am really happy with the result.
That sounds like a really productive afternoon. I also had a meeting around 1 p.m. It was a brainstorming session. Everyone was sharing ideas, and for a moment, it felt like our brains were on fire, but in a good way. After the meeting, I worked on reviewing documents. It was a little tiring, but I stayed focused.
That's great. Did you take any breaks in the afternoon?
Yes, around 3 p.m., I took a short walk outside. The weather was warm, but refreshing. Sometimes even a 5-minute walk can reset your mind. When I returned, I made myself another cup of coffee and continued working.
I love that. Coffee and fresh air, two perfect energy boosters. My afternoon was a bit busy, but I enjoyed it. I answered some emails, checked my messages, and finished a small project I had been working on. When everything was done, I felt so satisfied.
That's amazing. Finishing tasks gives you a deep sense of achievement. So, did you finish work early or late?
I finished around 4:30. Not too early, not too late. After that, I took some time to relax. I listened to music and just enjoyed the rest of my afternoon. It felt really peaceful.
That's wonderful. I finished work around 5, then I stretched, drank some water, and cleaned my desk. I always like to leave my workspace tidy. It makes the next day easier.
That's beautiful. Writing a gratitude journal is one of the best habits you can have. It keeps your heart positive. How did your night end?
I ended my night by listening to soft music, just something relaxing. Then I turned off the lights and went to bed around 10:30. I slept really well.
That's amazing. A calm night routine makes a huge difference. I also ended my night around 11. I listened to a short audiobook, wrote down my plans for the next day, and then went to sleep. Well, Anna, it sounds like we both had a really productive and meaningful day. When you talk about your routine, it reminds me how important it is to stay organized, stay calm, and take care of yourself.
Yes, exactly. When we talk about our day, we notice the small things that make our life better. The morning walk, the healthy breakfast, the teamwork, the evening routine, everything adds up, and it shows how simple habits can make a big difference.
I agree. Talking about your day is not just sharing information, it's also a way to reflect. When you reflect, you understand yourself better. You see what made you happy, what stressed you, and what helped you learn.
Yes, and it also improves your English. When learners talk about their day, they practice speaking, they practice describing events, and they learn new vocabulary. And guess what? It's one of the easiest topics to talk about.
Exactly. That's why we encourage everyone listening to this podcast to practice. Start simple. Say something like, I woke up early. I had breakfast. I went to work. I studied. I relaxed. Then slowly add more details. The more details you add, the better your English becomes.
And remember, you don't have to speak perfectly. Mistakes are totally normal. What matters is practice. Every time you describe your day, you get better. You learn faster, you become more confident.
Exactly. Confidence comes from repetition. The more you speak, the more natural it becomes. And sharing your day is one of the best ways to start. Before we end today's episode, we want to tell you something important. Your day matters. Every step you take, every task you finish, every moment you learn, these things shape your future. So be proud of yourself.
Yes, absolutely. No matter how simple your day is, it still has value. You woke up, you tried, you learned, you worked, you showed effort. That makes you stronger every single day.
And remember, your journey doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to continue. Keep going, keep learning, keep improving. And every time you listen to this podcast, you're becoming better, step by step, word by word, thought by thought.
So thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something useful.
And if you want more episodes like this, don't forget to follow our channel, stay connected, and keep learning English with love and confidence.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care, stay positive, and keep shining.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.